Good, I was about to say morning. It is not morning, it is nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just thought I would do a little video to catch up because I don't think I've uploaded anything since at least September, and I really missed vlogging. I have been doing clips, but then I haven't been piecing them together to make an actual vlog for some reason. I don't know why. Oh god, the lighting is terrible. Let me go put the light on quickly. I mean, that's a bit better. Not much, but it's a bit. Anyway, yeah, I have been a bit busy. It is now the 11th of December, and on what's the date? It's Tuesday, and on last Thursday we actually had Felix castrated, and he did and he's doing very, very, very well. He's such a good boy. We've been for a pre-op check and he's doing great. The only time that he was sort of a bit bad was the day we picked him up on Thursday. He was a bit like, it was quite funny to watch, but he's great. It acts as though nothing ever happened. So we couldn't have asked for a better experience with it. He is only, he's going to be 11 months soon. But the aggression and dominance with poor little Ralphie got a bit too much to deal with, so we decided that we had to try and sort it out because there was so much going on, so much testosterone between them. It was just driving us crazy and driving them crazy and making Ralphie in pain because he would attack Ralphie sometimes. So we're hoping to cut that down a bit. It has it's calmed the house down a bit. It has. It's done really, really well. I'm so happy we did it, but it's now starting to feel like Christmas. We have our Christmas tree decorations. We've got one, and we've also got one over there. We've got our lights over there, and then our stockings up on the thing. And to make everything better, I watched The Holiday yesterday, and as soon as The Holiday is on, it is Christmas time. I'm so used to it being on ITV2, like near enough every single day, and it's on Netflix now. So I watched it yesterday, and it's Christmas. It's Christmas. There's like other films you can watch. I'm not really a big fan of like most other Christmas films, so I'm not really a big fan of like Home Alone, Santa Claus, the trilogy. I really like. I don't like the third one, but I like the second one a lot with Chet. But The Holiday will forever be one of my favourite movies, let alone Christmas movies. It's so good. But yeah, we're just having a little chill. The birds are doing really well. I'm trying to keep their weights up a bit. I'm just a bit tongue-tied. The birds are doing really well though. They're obviously a bit fat because it is a bit cold. But yeah, I've kept most of them up a bit. Apart from Lottie, who I'm trying to work with. That's my new Harris Hawk. I still haven't shown you properly, so I need to I have to try and film her a bit later when I go and grab her. And the two falcons I'm sort of trying to work on, and Rex. I need to get Rex up and going because I want to fly him so badly. He's such a stubborn bird that it's taken so long just for him to sort of like realise and learn that if he jumps to me or flies to me, he does get food. And I think it's just a hard thing for him to understand. I don't know why, because he was doing it as a youngster, so I'm not completely sure what's happened and what's changed. But we're working on it. He's doing really well. He's a bit fat at the minute. I have been feeding him up a bit, but we're slowly sort of dropping the weight a bit. I don't want to do a sudden drop because I don't want anything bad to happen. So we're just doing gradual bits, and it's been really nice. The only thing I don't like about this whole year so far is that it is this dark. You can't really see. This dark at 4 o'clock. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with it because it means the day is shorter. It feels like the day is shorter. And the problem is that as soon as it goes dark, my brain starts to switch off. So I get really bored from like 7 o'clock onwards. So that's when I have to try and go out for a run or do something with the dogs or try and do something with the birds, with them sitting in here, manning them, whatever. I have to do something because I felt awful yesterday, so I was just sat upstairs. I was watching Dumpling. It's really good on Netflix. And I was just bored. I felt myself wondering what the hell to do, because you know when you get so bored that even flicking through the social medias is boring? That's when you know it's bad. So I had to sort of kick myself out of that funk yesterday, but I will actually, to be honest, Dumpling was a very, very good film. Not what I expected, but it's very, very good. Jennifer Aniston is really, really good in it, and whoever plays Willa Dean is very, very good. I can't actually remember her name, but it's really, really good. So, but me and the doggies are just chilling. He's actually, I think he's asleep. But yeah, my poor little puppy. The worst bit about it was that we took him in on Thursday. We took him in for the pre-op on Wednesday, and they said, okay, we'll do it. And then we were like, oh yeah, okay, when's available? And she went, tomorrow? We were like, okay, sure. So he was booked in for 20 to 9, I think it was, yeah. And we walked in, and it was the exact same nurse we saw yesterday, or the vet, I'm not sure if it was vet or nurse. I can never really tell, to be honest. And she was like, yep, that's fine, you can pick him up at 4, and I was like, God, 4 o'clock's a long time. And she literally took his lead off me and walked away, and he followed her, didn't even bother looking back. He was too focused on trying to be nosy around, and honestly, it made my heart hurt. Watching him walk away so easily with someone else pained me inside so terribly. So terribly. It was awful. I did cry a little bit because it was sad. But then when I picked him up, they said he was the only dog in there, so all the nurses and everything were loving over him, and he's such a good boy with all that. He loves people, especially apart from Ralph. Like, if Ralph is there, he doesn't like people. If Ralphie isn't there, he loves people. So I imagine at the time of his life, and then we were I was sat with the vet, we were talking about it all. She said he may be a bit weird for the next couple of days. So I was like, that's fine, don't worry. I'm fine with a calm dog. I don't care about that. But we were sat there, and I was just about to go, and I said, should we go see Ralph? And his ears perked up, and he tilted his head, and he started getting excited. He also hasn't bothered trying to lick it. He is not interested in the scar or anything else. He's not interested at all, which is amazing. But it did make me pay £13 for the cone for no reason. We thought we'd get it just in case. I didn't want him to have the horrible cone. So we decided we were going to try the inflatable one. And there was just no need. No need. But I will say, I don't think we'll ever get Ralphie done. I'm not sure. It might change, but at the minute I don't really want him done, because they said that when their dogs are done, it actually decreases their metabolic rate by 30%. So we now have to feed him much less so he doesn't get too fat, because I don't want a fat dog. He is genuinely the perfect size. He weighs 24 kilos, I think. So he's doing really, really well, but we just got to keep him this way now. He's still on lead walks until at least next Monday. So it's just a hard time for little puppy. Just a hard time for little puppy. He's not very happy about that either. He doesn't really like lead walks too much. No. He's doing really well though. We're training with this allotted like 5 or 10 minutes outside on the lead. It's helped so much, because now we can do a bit of training. And he's always been pretty good at heel, but his problem is that he gets distracted very, 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 very easily. So he'll be walking next to you, all lovely, all like looking up at you going, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm such a good boy. And then as soon as you give him the treat, you suddenly feel a yank from where he has pulled you to go and sniff something. So we're working on it, And the same with Ralphie. You should kind of see his head, he's all tucked up. You still can't see him. Oh, hello, puppy. I'm sorry, we interrupted your beauty sleep. But yeah, I just thought I'd catch up, because I don't really... I like to film things, but I don't film enough for it to be a good video, if you understand what I mean. And I've just been waffling on for 9 minutes. I've just realised 9.5 minutes of just me waffling. So this is great. This is great content. Yes. But yeah, I was going to try a Vlogmas, and I honestly did film on the first, but I filmed, I think it was about a 3-minute clip, and I was like, nah, this can't be one. Then I tried doing it on the second, and I completely forgot on the second. I think I was ill for a bit, and so I just sort of gave up. That sounds awful, but I did just kind of give up, because when I'm not flying the birds and everything else, or doing something that centres around the birds, which isn't really much in winter because most of them are just sat at fat weight and I'm waiting for them to molt, or I've got a pest control thing but I can't film it, or stuff like that, my life's pretty boring. I spend most of the time with the dogs. We're either out for a walk or training or doing something stupid. So my life is pretty boring, but the birds make it so much entertaining and it's great. They are lovely birds, they really are. We've actually been at a garden centre recently trying to promote the business, Apollo Falconry, if you haven't checked. I don't think I've actually plugged it on here, but I actually run and own the company Apollo Falconry. And it's doing really well. We've been trying to sell sort of like some gift certificates for Christmas, which has been great. We've been at a garden centre with a couple of the birds recently, and their staff are so lovely and everyone loves the birds. But normally, so when we go to weddings, we always take Billy and then Timmy and then normally Kobe, but I didn't want to take Kobe this weekend. So we normally take them too, and you can guarantee that probably about 8 out of them 10 will want to hold Timmy, because Timmy is the tiny, he's probably about this big. He's a tiny American Kestrel and he is fantastic. He's absolutely gorgeous. He weighs nothing. So loads of the kids want to hold him because he's not scary, or he doesn't look like he's going to eat you or attack you or whatever goes through their head, because to me, I'd go for the biggest one. But yeah, 8 out of 10 will want to hold Timmy over Billy. But this weekend, I don't think many even held Timmy, to be honest. Loads of people were interested in Billy. But I think the problem is with Billy is that you know what she is. Some people know what she is. You get people that come up to you going, "Is it a snowy owl?" My face goes, "Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Because it looks nothing freaking like a snowy owl." Or you get people say, "Oh, it's Hedwig." That's when I smile politely and go, "No, unfortunately not. Hedwig would be about 2, maybe 3 times the size, completely white, because technically it's a male. No, technically it's a female. Hedwig is actually a female snowy owl, so she'd be white with a black barring. But in the film, they had a fully white owl, which is a male snowy owl, because it's easier to work with the kids, which I can understand. They are quite big, and the females, Scooby was very, very ferocious. She definitely had a time of the month. She would definitely have a little period where she didn't want anyone near her, including me. Yeah, it wasn't very nice sometimes, to be honest, but I've been pretty lucky with everyone else. Rex is Rex. Rex always tries to eat my chin. He likes to eat this bit. I don't know what it is. He likes to eat this bit. And I tell you what, when he proper gets it, it bloody hurts. It really does. There's nothing like it. It's because he's quite big, and he's putting on weight quite easily. He's about 5'8" at the minute, so he's a big boy. But he's lovely. They all are. So yeah, I'm gonna have to film with Lottie tomorrow because it is awful outside. And really, look at it, it's getting dark already. It's getting properly dark. I have to go and check on them, make sure they're all alright, but it's horrible to film outside. So I will film a clip with Lottie tomorrow, but she's absolutely gorgeous. She's so lovely. She's so chirpy because she's an imprint, and I just love it so much. I'm glad she isn't squawking as much, because when I brought her home for a good 2 or 3 weeks, she was just squawking non-stop. And if you know an imprint Harris, you know that's not a nice noise. You know that is the noise that literally, if you're holding her, it like echoes in or here, and it just gives you a headache within about a minute, because it's so loud, and they just have no, what's the word? They don't know how loud they are or how annoying that noise is. So she stopped doing that. She's just squeaking at the minute, and it is so cute. So I'll have to film it tomorrow, but yeah. As you can see, it is the next day. Actually, I don't know if you can see. I mean, I don't look any different. I've just changed my shirt. But yeah, I have got, this is Lottie. Oh, Felix! No. Felix thinks he is invincible, and he thinks all the birds love him because Billy likes him. and he's gonna get footed. I know he is. He's gonna get footed very, very soon. It's gonna be probably by her. She isn't too keen on him at the minute. She doesn't mind Ralphie. I think it's because he moves so fast that you genuinely can't tell where he's going to go next or what he's gonna do. So sometimes he'll jump up and be like in her face like this, really close with his nose and everything. And then sometimes he completely ignores her and walks away, and sometimes smacks her with her tail. So you just never know, really. But this is Lottie. This is my new female Harris Hawk. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's also got, look, I absolutely love juvenile plumage. It's absolutely gorgeous on Harris. The one thing that I have found, I don't know if she's gonna let me show you properly, is that you can't really see it because she's just had a bath. She's also juvenile. She's only like 7 months? May. Sometime in May. So yes, I think she's just about 7 months. She's got a juvenile tail with one adult tail feather right in the middle. And I have heard about this before, but I've never had a Harris do it myself. So it's a bit weird seeing it because you just don't expect it, because the other ones are sort of, they're all stripy underneath. You can just sort of about see them. But when you see her middle one, it is genuinely just black. Whereas most of the time they're like, oh, right, Felix, go away. You can just about see it. She is really wet. But yeah, she has got one, her middle tail feather, her depth tail feather, is an adult tail feather. Felix, sit down. Sit down. No, sit. Oh, it's great. Blue bird and a puppy. Right, get out. Just had to put Felix to bed for timeout. But yeah, we're still learning, because with Ralph, he is so great around the birds. He knows to calm down. He knows to sort of not get up on their face, or to do it when they're looking at you, which Felix hasn't yet learned. He likes to do it when they're not looking and you know that something bad is just going to happen. But she's doing really well. I've had her for a month, probably, at this rate. And we've had to fight a lot of things. We've had really bad rain, really bad wind. Her weight has been a bit weird. So she's been sort of going between like £2.7 and £2.5, which is really weird because I'm not sure what her weight will actually end up being. Because she sometimes responds really well at £2.7, then sometimes responds well at £2.5, but then it can go the other way around, and sometimes she can't respond at £2.5, and she can't respond at £2.7. Hi. I love this about Harris, is they're so inquisitive about everything. Ah, who's that? But she's so lovely, and thank God she's not screaming anymore. This noise I can deal with. What? Lottie? There you go. Yep. Did I have a bit of stuff on my chin? She's just so lovely. She's technically my first female Harris, and I am very, very, very happy with her. So she is technically I guess she's a second-hand imprint, because she was imprinted, someone bought her at 6 months. No, someone bought her about 4 months, and then I bought her off the previous owner. And, although the first week I was sort of slightly regretting it because of how loud she was. She's great. What? And I know she wouldn't do anything to me. I really know she wouldn't. She's just such a little sweetheart. Look at her she's so gorgeous. But I tell you what, she is big. Like, compared to Louis, she is massive, because Louis weighs about £1.6 to 8 sometimes when flying. So, what? She's so inquisitive. But it's great. I love having another Harris. The only problem is because she's an imprint, I probably won't be able to fly her and Louis together. I think they just have to fight for attention, and I don't want that. I think my best bet would be to get 2 parent reared to try and play together, but I'm not doing that now. I'm quite happy with these two. I just got to get her up and going properly. Louis hasn't been out for a while, to be honest. He did. Oh crap! I got an itch. Got an itch. My nose. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know. But the other day I was cleaning out Louis. I got him out of his aviary. He's free lofted at the minute, so he's just got flying dresses on. permanent flying dressies, and I was going to take him out, put him in the box quickly, and then clean out his aviary. And all of a sudden, I was just walking away from his aviary down to put him in the box, and he broke free from his flying dressies. They actually snapped. They were a little bit old, and I was about to replace them, but it snapped, and he flew off. And it was that heart in the throat moment where you're like, oh crap. I panicked inside. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen at this rate. And we've got a housing estate at the back of ours, and he went around to it, and it looked like he landed on one of the houses or one of the trees of the gardens for it. So me and my mum went straight round. I was running around there. I was trying to figure out if I could see him from in front of the houses. If not, I was going to knock on a couple of doors and see if I could go in their gardens to have a look. We sort of know a couple of them anyway, so it's not too bad. But as we were going along trying to figure out where he was and everything, we got a call from my sister, and she was like, Louie's on the roof. And you can see, like, there's a little gap where you can see all of our houses from the new estate. And you can just about see him sat there next to the bloody chimney, sat there so proud of himself. Apparently he landed on the house opposite to us, a couple doors and opposite to us. And he was just sat there for ages until he actually came down, and Jasmine managed to catch him, which thank God happened, because there's so many bad stories about Harris's going missing or flying free or something bad happening. So I'm so glad I got him back, and I'm so glad he's happy and healthy. He's very fat at the minute though. I have been feeding him up a bit. I really don't want anything to happen to him. And I really don't want him to get wingtip edema, so I'm trying to figure out what the best plan is for that. She's so lovely, isn't she? She's watching Ralphie, because Ralphie is currently scratching his ear. But look, I love these feathers here. And then the stripiness on the legs. Oh yes, oh yes. But you are gorgeous, aren't you, Lottie? Now, I haven't actually explained this properly, but I have called her Lottie because I'm trying to go with William and Kate's kids. So I've got Prince Louis, which is technically their youngest, but I've got Louis. And it's actually spelled the exact... Yeah, no, it's not. They spelled Louis L-O-U-Y-S, and I spelled L-O-U-I-E. And then I realised that the female is called... The female, that sounds awful. The princess is called Charlotte. But the problem is, I know so many Charlottes that I could not name her Charlotte. So I was like, I don't really want to call her Charlie, because that's a bit too... nah. So I decided with Lottie. But at the moment, she's just called Otty Dotty. Because she's just mad. She's literally mad, isn't she? Mad. Mad. But so curious. And that is my favourite thing about Harris's. My favourite thing. You're so gorgeous, aren't you? But yeah, I'll be training her up for the past... over the next couple weeks. Just properly trying to get her up and going. And I'll be trying to film it a bit. But there'll be pictures on my Instagram and everything as well. So keep an eye out on that. But yeah. Today it was just a catch-up vlog today, to be honest. It was just sort of like, oh, this has happened, because I haven't uploaded. That was the cutest moment. What is it, Lottie? Oh, hello. Hello, she said. Hello. Hello, I'm going to try and eat you. What is it? Oh, she's so lovely. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, there'll be more coming soon. I will also be trying to upload on Apollo Falconry's YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that, because there'll be some flying videos, I imagine. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram, because there's loads of pictures of the birds. And there's going to be a lot more of Lottie, even though I don't know quite what she's doing. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. Bye, Lottie. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Lottie. What? Lottie.